The cutest guys. Cute baby stuffs.
Oh my god. Like it's, I believe
Even the
also,
lesson thing is almost coming to a thing of
yeah, I feel the good thing about lessons, I believe maybe I might be an old school in this one, but it allows bonding with the child. You know, that's mom to mom. Bonding, mom to child, I mean. Bonding, I believe, I'm a strong believer of bonding. You have to bond with your child and everything. So on that one, I'm still an old school mom, but I love I love strollers a lot. I love strollers. Hey, one thing that I've always wanted is like when I have a child, just push them around in a stroller. I've never had that opportunity, but I believe maybe my next child, she's just going to be on a stroller.
Definitely
for me,
coming
just to
to
see
fulfillment.
this. Yeah. So things have been made easier. If you can afford a stroller, sis, go get that stroller. Hey guys, welcome back to Sioch's channel. My name is Malika Kenya. Today I'm a guest here at Sioch TV channel, and today we have a very interesting vlog for you guys. We have a discussion on motherhood. I am a mother myself, and she's a mother as well, and I know some people are watching who are mothers, and if you're not a mother and you're watching, please stay tuned in. Do not skip this video because you might be a parent soon, or maybe you are a father. So today we're going to talk about different ways of motherhood, like modern motherhood and how motherhood was done, like how we were raised and how we are raising our kids today. We just want to differentiate how it's done and to see whether we are doing it right or the way our mothers did it. They did it the right way. So stay tuned in, and if you have any question for any of us, please drop it in the comment section below. And now let me give it back to the owner of the channel.
Hey guys, welcome back. As you all know, this channel we also do a lot about motherhood, and we thought of doing this thing of comparing like motherhood back then and right now. So a lot has really changed. Talk about like starting from grassroots. Like you see, like even the way back then our moms used to like tie napkins or clothing. And like nowadays, hey, .com moms, guys, old school moms versus .com moms. A lot has really evolved?
Yes.
A lot has really evolved, because right now you tell a girl like, hey, diapers imeisha, as in diaper are finished, and she's like, hey, the kid is messy, but it's kind of hard to use the vitamba, the napkin,
Clothes, yeah.
the clothing, linen.
Yes.
Let me just call that.
Just call them napkins. I think
Napkins,
they will understand. Not the ones for eating. Maybe she's going to put a photo of a napkin here so that you understand.
Yeah, it's a clothing linen specifically used for tying a kid. I think you've seen that video in Malika Kenya's channel.
Yes.
I think you did a video on that.
Yeah.
How kids were used to be like properly dressed from down there. So like life back then was really tough.
Life was tough, by the way, back then.
I think even our moms used even to use like nylons, paper bags.
Yes, paper bags to tie the kids. I'm like, nowadays we have diapers. I think when I was little, like maybe diapers were there, but I don't know. I think diapers, even if they were there, I don't know if they were there, but even if they were there, they must have been very expensive, because by then the people who would afford like napkins were the rich people, because also there's some people who could not afford like the real napkins. They'll just take an old t-shirt and cut it into pieces, or maybe your old dress, and tie it around, like to avoid the leakage of, like to just for hygiene purposes, to make sure the child when they pee it's not leaking or anything. Also we had like these pants whereby they were made of such a material, I don't know how to call it, tent maybe, or a material that could not allow any
leaky
go out. So we had those ones, and we still had people who wouldn't afford that. I remember they would cost like 120 shillings. That is approximately 20 cents, and some people could not afford that as well, So, and so for those few who could afford, like maybe you would have one for going everywhere,
That was for special outings, for occasions.
Not for just like being at home. No. So I believe it also had its own disadvantages, because I think a lot of diaper rash, because what you call it, oh my god, like
allergic what?
Because like when the kid would pee, it would hold in a lot of pee, it would hold in a lot of pee and end up like burning, let me just say burning the child, the child's bum. And so nowadays I think diapers are better, and diapers nowadays, they're not, I wouldn't say they are cheaper, but it's affordable in such a way that you can go to the shop and buy one piece. When they were coming out, you could not purchase one piece of diaper. You are only allowed to buy the whole package. But nowadays you can go and buy one piece. Maybe if you want to tie a child at night,
which is good, according to the economy.
So things are made easier, and I think I'm loving the modern parenthood in terms of this one than how things were back then. And also like the napkins were something could really
you see like it's there, the smell banner.
The smell was,
and also the hassle was too much. Guys, the hassle.
So I feel like things have been made easier, which is a good thing. I am a strong believer. I love innovation, and when things are made easier, I'm definitely going to have that.
So also I've seen, like, you see the way we bring up our kids. Like nowadays, even it's rarely to find a 20s old mom or just a new mom. Like for us young moms, tying their kids on the back, like everyone wants a stroller. Is that a
stroller or baby carrier? Mommy wrap, I don't know how they are called.
And this wrap, the cutest guys, cute baby stuffs.
Oh my god! Like it's, I believe
even the lesson thing is almost coming to a thing of
I feel the good thing about lessons, I believe maybe I might be an old school in this one, but it allows bonding with the child. You know, that's mom to mom bonding, mom to child. I mean bonding. I believe I'm a strong believer of bonding. You have to bond with your child and everything. So on that one, I'm still an old school mom, but I love strollers a lot. I love strollers. Hey, one thing that I've always wanted is, like, when I have a child, just push them around in a stroller. I've never had that opportunity, but I believe maybe my next child, she's just going to be on a stroller.
Definitely
for me
just
to see this. So things have been made easier. If you can afford a stroller, sis, go get that stroller. If you can afford a baby carrier or a mommy wrap, sis, go get that thing.
Go get it.
Things have been made easier. As long as something is not hurting your child, go have it. And if you cannot, also a lesson, do it. Do it. So the difference between this one is, like, we didn't have many alternatives there. By then it was only a lesson as the only way. Or if you don't want to tie your child in your back, carry them, and by carrying you really get tired.
It's so exhausting.
So I feel like innovation is good. Things have been made easier. And on that one, I conquer with it. I love when things are made easier.
101%, guys. So, and also, guys, in terms of dish or maybe food, let me say, you see, like my mom used to tell me, not to tell me, to correct me all the time. Like, hey, you.com moms, like, Nini wa mama wa siku hizi, you're getting too lazy because of this Weetabix and Cerelac. You know, back in our days, we used to mash potatoes and what are those? Pumpkins. But by the way, I was so lazy at some instance, but I used just to make a quick Weetabix because, like, it worked like a quick fix. Especially when I was, like, going to clinic or I was rushing to somewhere, and I was always finding myself late. So I didn't have, like, much time to prepare the dish and all that stuff. So I just grabbed my Weetabix, and that worked as a quick fix for me. So what do you think?
Is it good as long as the food is not hurting the child?
Also, is it making, like, the modernization way of, like, the way we are having options of kid dishes? Is it like making us.com moms lazy?
I don't think it makes us lazy. First of all, maybe when you are at home, for me, maybe when you are at home, you can give your child, like, sometimes Weetabix, sometimes you can make them food. Because even us, you know, like when our mom used to wean us with ugali. You know how hard ugali is? That is what was used for weaning. Weaning, like, you know, like there's exclusive breastfeeding. I don't think there's anyone who made it to exclusive. us this age, because our parents would get tired and we were like, I think, hungry kids, eh? So at around 4 months you start feeding on ugali. I'm not even joking. They just mash it with their hands. They don't even do it in a plate.
Not
and
even
put
using
some
a
small
silver.
soup
Yeah.
and feed the child, and here we are, you know.
Don't you think that's the reason why we are strong?
Yeah, we are stronger than these kids of nowadays, right?
Yeah.
We are very, very strong.
Yeah.
But you know, nowadays when you are going to clinics, we are taught that don't give your child ugali yet. Their stomachs are very tiny, delicate, and everything. And that is how we are, exactly. That is how we are raising the kids, you know. But long time ago, I feel like the kids were strong. And these kids getting sick all the time, these things were not there. Apart from the flu, which is normal in kids. And I feel like for when you're going somewhere, especially carrying ugali, first of all, it will get cold. You won't get a place
because
to warm
there were
ugali.
no like the hot dish. There were not there back then.
So I feel like it's not being lazy. It's just like working with what's with something that is working for you. Yeah. So on that one, me, I feel like if something has been made easier, I'm embracing it as long as it's not hurting the child.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's also nice to embrace to new technologies.
Exactly.
And new things, like it's just
as long as it's something that you're sure it's not hurting the child or it's not hurting anyone. I love embracing new things and just not sticking. Of course, I love my tradition. I love how things were done, but I'm not sticking to it. Like, no, I'm not leaving this one, I'm not trying this, because if we were that type of people of sticking to one thing, long time ago there were no cars, there were no aeroplanes and everything.
Not even cars. Back then we used to use, like, medical wise, people used like yeah, guys, as I was telling you, like, medical wise, you see, back then people used to rely on traditionally made medicine, kienyeji herbs. Yeah, so but you see, in nowadays, like, technology has really improved on that side, which is a good one, because medicine and health is a life. It's a life.
But once in a while, for me, because I also live in the village, sometimes I take herbs myself. Even I give my child the herbs. We still have them. Like, sometimes you might have maybe a stomachache or something, and you're told maybe take a glass of this boiled meat shamba, and then you'll be okay. And I still take it, Though not for everything, it depends, Sometimes you're told when you have a glass of this, it will help you, it will warm you and everything. So sometimes I still do the herbs, but not very much, because my stomach, I'm very, very sensitive. So sometimes I still do it. And for the doctor, the other medicine now, the modern medicine, I feel it's still good, because, like, for example, when you're having something like a headache, it's easier. You just take tablets, swallow, and you're okay. And like for the herbs, you have to take it, start mashing. I don't know, do what? I don't know, boil what? Yeah. So still things have been
also
made
I think
easier.
you can overdo the quantity of what.
Yeah. So I feel like also, but the real medicine also, they're made from herbs, right?
But the prescription, it's quite easier to follow rather than
the traditional,
traditional one.
So it's still a good thing. Me, I do both. On medicine, I sometimes do both when I can. I of course I go to the hospital. I take my child to the hospital. But sometimes when you're told this one helps in curing this, and that, because we have special people who do that, not just anyone. I can't tell you that you're supposed to go take which herb and do this. We have people, herbalists, who specialize in that. So I still do that once in a while.
Wow, to add on that point of medical transformation, I think it has really helped, like, improve. Like, for me, in my case, you see, like, with you guys, I'm a second time mom. With my second kid, I underwent the C-section, and which was an emergency one. It wasn't like willingly, but I think it's a nice one, because back then people used to lose their lives while giving birth. I think that's something that has really improved on that area of giving birth.
They used to turn, like,
because you see the midwives, you see it's quite tricky situation.
They used to turn, like, they were, in case, like, the child is not in a good position. They used to do it manually, which I believe must be very, very painful
and risky at the same time,
yeah.
because there is no like ultrasound.
Yeah.
You don't see, like, you just, how can I put it?
So for the midwives and everything, I think it's easier for them to deliver a child when the mother doesn't have any complications.
Yeah.
But if there is complications, that is when it gets tricky. Like maybe the child is not in a good position, the head is not here, then like someone is delivering a child and then they come with their feet and anything. Real emergencies, and you don't have a place where to take the kids, you know. So also like technology has made it easier, has made things like possible, things easier, which is a good thing.
That's a plus.
To
the medics. It really saves on lives. Because hey, also the things to do with blood pressure. You know, like, at least you can detect
earlier if you have a problem, if you have a complication, than long time ago, whereby like you will detect you have a problem at that minute where you're delivering, you know. And when you die, and they'll give, some people say it's witchcraft, it's what, blah, blah, blah.
The myth.
So I think nowadays it's made easier. I think in Kenya we're still not yet 100% where we're supposed to be, because I believe it's supposed to be zero maternal deaths. We still have some. I'm not sure. I've not done any statistics. I've not done anything, but we're not sure about it. But I believe the government is really trying, which is a good thing, which is a very, very good thing.
Also, it's a shout out to the government because of like launching or bringing this thing of free maternity or free delivery.
That is something that
for the young moms, the teenage moms. You're not like me, but it's at least it's giving a chance to every new mom, regardless if she has money or she doesn't have money. Like, you can just go and deliver your kid safely in a health facility.
Thanks to President. It's President Uhuru Kenyatta. I'm not sure if it was his thing or what, but that is something I remember Uhuru with. And for Kibaki, I remember him with the free primary education, which I really miss so much. I really miss it. At some point I had like free primary school education, and I really appreciate that I had the chance and opportunity to experience that. So, but one thing that I don't like about the .com mothers or something, I believe kids nowadays, they are really, really throwing in tantrums, especially in public places.
I know.
Public places, kids can embarrass you. Like the tantrums, a child will just decide like
they are overrated.
Exactly. In a supermarket. For example, my child loves this thing called Kinder Joy. It's a chocolate. She loves it. Yes, she loves it so much. Sometimes when I'm able, I buy it for her. Sometimes she just picks it and put it in our basket when you're shopping. And sometimes like your mathematics is not mathing, she wants it, you say no. Now this is where the tantrums come in. But for my child, she tried the tantrums thing with me, and it didn't work out for her. I almost disciplined her in public. She knows, like when I say no and when I don't have, I don't have. And I feel like this is something that maybe as parents nowadays we are kind of failing on, because the other time I was in a supermarket, a child was like crawling in the floor because I don't know, they wanted to buy water, and the mother was like, no, we don't have enough money for that. And the child was rolling and rolling and rolling in the supermarket. The mom was so embarrassed, you know. Like for me, I think I believe in once in a while discipline them. Use a cane once in a while. Once in a while, just not, you're not hurting them, of course you're disciplining them, but once in a while, as we were raised, well, the cane was not just a little,
the cane was
everything
properly.
Cane was everything. You did what? Even by mistake your cane,
didn't get straightened.
You dropped the flask by mistake and it came, whether it was a mistake or genuine or whatever.
What do you think? Because and on that point, in terms of discipline, like, you think nowadays .com moms discipline their kids like enough? Let me just use the word enough.
Definitely not, because the amount of times that I have also forgiven my daughter. Like you feel you're going to beat her and then you feel bad about it. Then you're like, don't repeat that, okay?
Last warning are always last warnings.
I think I can count the number of times I was forgiven ever since I was a child. I think if it's not 2 times, maybe maximum 3. Every mistake,
African moms,
every mistake was punishable. Every mistake. And when you're forgiven, you're like,
and there was no petty mistake. And there was no petty mistake or big mistake.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you ended up being forgiven, maybe your mom is unwell on that day, caning, and they'll not forgive you. They'll postpone the punishment.
Yeah.
They'll beat you on a different day.
But also on that thing of African moms or African parents, I think they were moody kind of. You see, sometimes you'll be beaten mercilessly.
Yeah, I think they were
going with mood swings.
Mood, right?
Yeah.
I think they're also relieving their stresses on poverty and everything on us. Because I remember there was a time, hey, I was beaten and I thought they wanted to kill me, you know?
Yeah, one day I remember, hey, I lost, was it 20 shillings? And it was for buying unga, ya kupima for ugali. I was beaten. I tell you, Malika, I was beaten. I was being asked, unatupa pesa na hiyo ndio chakula, unadhani tutakula nini? So it's removing the stress
on you. Like what she's saying is like the mom was like so mad because that is supposed to be their food and she has lost the 20 cents and she was beaten mercilessly, mercilessly. And I know, like, I think everyone has gone through the need of losing money,
Yeah.
And there was a time I lost money for bread early morning, and then I met with a neighbor.
And everyone in the family is waiting for that meal.
Exactly. Also, mine was 20 bob, and then the neighbor met me, and I was crying, like, what is the problem?
Yeah, you used
I've
to
lost
cry.
money because you know they will be beaten. I've lost money for bread. The neighbor gave me another 20 shillings. I went and bought bread. So the thing with the neighbor, he went ahead and told my mom, oh, did you beat your child? Why? She lost money and I gave her another money. Now imagine even after the money was compensated, I was beaten still. Like, you lost money and you started borrowing money, you started asking people for money, I was beaten. And I'm like, no, I didn't deserve that beating, honestly.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, I think it really helped in shaping us, shaping on how it molded us and everything, and how we are relating in life, and how we are survivors. Hardcore, it hardened us.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is a good thing. That is something that our children of nowadays, I don't think it's something that they have. Something that they lack. Yeah.
So talking on, we also do a little bit of culture, because as you know, your girl is around. So you see these things, or this thing of old school mom, of community parenting, like you do something wrong, and then like the way you said, like your neighbor compensated you with the lost 20 shillings. Back then, you see, old school moms or old school parenting, a neighbor could see you doing wrong, and then he would cane you or punish you.
It was allowed.
Hey, but nowadays, you think nowadays it's allowed?
You will be sued. You end up in jail.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you beat someone else's child, even if they are doing what, the parent might sue you. So nowadays, you see a child doing wrong, and you just assume, or maybe you wait for the mama and report, which the parent might decide not to do anything. Exactly. But I feel like that one for shaping us. Hey, I'm telling you, a stranger will even beat you mercilessly. Meet you at the road doing what you're not supposed to do. They will
even go to report you.
They will pick a cane and beat you. But nowadays you cannot do that.
And it's not even questionable.
Exactly.
Or even you are beaten by your neighbor or a stranger, and then you go back home, then the case is reported to your parent, and then you're beaten again.
I think it really helped in disciplining us, molding us in what we are nowadays, and that is something that we lost maybe as a culture or something, because nowadays I believe even me myself, you touch my child, oh my God, I come home, you touch my child. Just tell me, let me be the one to discipline the child. Don't discipline my child on my behalf. I think nowadays we are changing. We are changing, and that is something that nowadays, a long time ago, even when you're doing something and then you see someone, an older person, you start panicking because they are allowed to beat you up.
But I think nowadays, I think even on that, it's kind of reducing the moral. Whatever the moral in our kids, in our .com kids, because like a kid is just doing wrong publicly, something very wrong, especially
the other time I saw like these kids were secondary school kids were on holiday, they were going home from school in their school uniform, and they were totally drunk. Drunk. Try that in our era, Try that in our era, you'll see. The people will beat you up.
even if it's not in your town,
Yeah.
maybe you are from a different place.
Yeah.
You
So
won't know how the news reached your parents.
exactly. I feel like that is something that maybe we lost something precious.
Yeah.
That is something that was good. You have a dog?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so
Not
that is something that we lost that was precious.
Yeah.
That is something that we won't get back.
Yeah. The dog is distracting, guys. So let's quickly wrap this up. So to add on top of that, you see the so guys, to add on top of .com moms versus old school moms, I think .com moms are really enjoying this motherhood things. This motherhood thing, unlike the old school mom. You see, like nowadays, you see a mom kid or mom daughter kind of photo shoot. You see matching outfits. Hey, you wanna slay, you wanna like, ooh, you wanna be that mom. Hey, and utaki kupitwa. Hey, lazima niende photo shoot. But it wasn't that popular. It wasn't that popular. You see, nowadays it's like a trend. Nowadays it's like a trend. Hey, today I've seen Malika. Hey, tomorrow it's Sioch Tindi.
Yeah.
Hey,
so nowadays, long time ago, the photo shoot was like when you see a photo person, you
on special occasions.
Yeah.
And it's only on special occasions.
Yeah, maybe Christmas. Or maybe if it's not Christmas, when they come, I remember our mom was telling us, go and put on your school uniforms to take photos, and the photos you might end up not getting them because the person will tell you, oh, in Chomeka.
Yeah.
And it was, I think, 20 shillings.
20 shillings.
Yeah.
Even 15 bob.
Yeah. And it was, oh my God, we still have a photo album in our house. And we have our photos.
For the memories.
Yeah, for the memories. I still have photos when we were young, small kids and everything, which is a good thing. I think photos are very good for memories. Even nowadays, at least nowadays you can do some makeup, go have a very bomb photo shoot.
And it's advanced.
So that's something good about life nowadays.
At least it makes motherhood a little bit softer, if not soft.
Yeah.
Because, hey, like you see, once in a while, just go out, have a nice treat with your kids or your kiddo. Get to enjoy those moments, you guys.
True.
Because at some instances, your kid will be grown. You see, they grow so fast, guys. So keep those memories. Once in a while, just go out, have a nice picnic, take some photos. Yeah, just go for those photo shoots. It's a nice one.
True.
Yeah. So. Do you have anything to add on top of that?
I believe I've exhausted everything.
Yeah,
in case you have something to add, please leave it in the comment section below. Modern parenthood versus
old school.
Old school. So leave a comment below in the comment section below. For me, I don't have anything else to add.
Or maybe, what do you think about the cultural part of it, like shaving and whatever?
Maybe on that one, I believe it has to be a choice, because long time ago they would shave our heads by force.
Yeah, even when you are grown up.
They were not giving us an option to choose where we want our hair done or shaved. So I believe nowadays it's a choice. Like when a child says, I want my hair done, they will have it done. I want short hair, that is what they'll get. So on that one,
I think the .com moms are giving their kids privilege to like make some decision, which is a good thing.
Yes,
it's a good thing.
So on that one, I believe we are doing good. We are on the right track on that one.
So thank you so much. That has been .com moms versus the old school version, comparing. What do you think? Is there anything that you think that we've left out? If maybe there is any, please feel free to drop a sweet comment
in the comment section.
We're gonna redo this in some other video. And from us, it's a wrap up. Until next time, bye.